This is CTC News with Wesley Kotar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by UTLNV, Windward Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's the middle of the week, today Wednesday, April 24, 2013 on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I am Wesley Kotar and this is CTC News broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Stations Mall. In tonight's local news, certificates awarded to shelter management workshop participants, windmate must install on Statia, public notice, and old gin house staff boast new colorful look. Details in local news after a word from our sponsors.
Stop! Don't you touch that dial. You're watching CTC TV, broadcasting from CTC Studios in Sint-Eustatius.
Better place.
The way of life and technology are advancing daily in both positive and negative aspects. It's time for parents and guardians to take control. Know and control the websites your kids are visiting on computers, tablets, and cellular phones. Access to the internet can have many positive values, but without the correct parental control, those values can be covered by negative content with just one click. Parental control. Learn about it at www.parentalcontrol.org.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for living, make a better place for you and for me.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Windward Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Participants in a shelter management workshop conducted under the United Nations Development Programme and the European Union received their certificates of participation at the Governor's Conference Room on Tuesday evening. Safety Officer Idris Bennett Merkman expressed gratitude to those who had taken time to participate in the regional workshop, knowing that Sint-Eustatius is in the hurricane belt. The shelter not only offers protection in case of a hurricane, but during every man-made or natural disaster. The Disaster Committee needs to focus more on disasters of any kind, Bennett said. She expressed her appreciation to trainers Ronnie Dixon and Charlene Lavière, who had traveled from Tortola to conduct the training of 20 persons, among which 2 were from Saba. Island Governor and Disaster Coordinator Gerald Burkle handed out certificates and said it was important to gain more knowledge of the shelter management. Members of the fire department, ambulance services, Red Cross, and various government departments completed the course. Governor Burkle lauded the members of the disaster committee for the work they had done in the past. It is important to recognize the work they have put in beyond the call of duty to provide these types of services to our community. At times, we can only say thanks, Burkle said. The governor urged everyone to be vigilant where it comes to disasters of any nature. We tend to think of disasters as hurricane. We can see them and track them, but the earthquake in Haiti has taught us that disasters can strike at any moment, Burkle said. It is comforting for the community to know that we have stations who are trained and are prepared to jump in and act when it is required of them, he added. Stations Commissioner Snake inspected the windmate mast, which was installed last Sunday at Korokoro Bay near the Botanical Garden to collect data on wind. The wind data are needed for further decision-making in wind turbines on St. Eustatius. Per request of the island councils, the Ministry of Economic Affairs has been working with GEBE on the feasibility of wind energy in conjunction with the current diesel system, what the best locations are for wind turbines, and how much power can be installed approximately. Management and staff of Olgin House Hotel in St. Eustatius proudly displayed their new colorful Caribbean-style uniforms Tuesday afternoon. The new uniforms are worn not only by management, but by waiters and waitresses, kitchen staff, domestic workers, and members of the maintenance department as well. The island governor of St. Eustatius, Mr. Gerald Burkle, is extending the promotion campaign of submitting My Dream for Our Country from April 26 to April 30, 2013, so that the community of Statia gets the opportunity to prepare and be part of this event. Although the deadline on the promotion flyer says April 30, 2013, this information is also on the official website, Inauguration. The governor's office is extending the deadline for stations to participate. Coming up next in regional news, Nevis Premier wants island's youth to explore self-employment. Ignore Duncan's remarks on Coast Guard, says Plustark. This and more as we return after the break with your regional and later international news for this evening.
CT Creativity, known to many as CTC, has gone global. CTC TV and CTC Radio can be viewed and heard from any part of the world. Just visit www.ctcreativity.com and go to CTC TV to watch live or CTC Radio to listen live. Get more involved by interacting with your TV and radio hosts with live chat rooms. You can also view the latest trending videos, CTC News, take part in polls, vote for the top songs or videos, and much more. www.ctcreativity.com. www.ctcreativity.com. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Windward Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Welcome back, and now for our regional news for this evening. The Nevis Island Administration continues to provide opportunities for employment, but Premier and Minister of Finance on Nevis, Vance Amory, believes that self-employment is an area the island's youth should vigorously explore. Amory said the administration encouraged the young people of Nevis to look to areas in which they might want to become self-employed and urged them to take advantage of the Sugar Industry Diversification Fund. People Empowerment Program, we are seeking to encourage our young people to look at areas in which they might want to become self-employed. We have encouraged them to take advantage of the People Empowerment Program. We are also looking at them finding areas of employment with established contractors or established businesses. Amory used the opportunity to commend the SIDF for the PEP initiative. The PEP program is one which is funded by the SIDF out of St. Kitts. We have no direct control over that, but we want to say how much we appreciate that initiative from the SIDF to provide a level of funding so that some of our young people can be employed. Our support for the program has to be structured. It has to be one which is managed or one which would ensure that we are getting the best out of our people, he said. However, the Premier disclosed that he was advised that some participants of the program were not showing up for work but expected to get paid, and that was something the administration wished to discourage. The PEP program has been an initiative of the federal government which was launched in Nevis in late 2012. It contributes to material, social and economic transformation through the establishment of various projects which provide employment opportunities for qualifying nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis. Further tonight in regional news, the Dutch Caribbean Coast Guard will continue to do its work regardless of the negative remarks that St. Martin's Justice Minister Roland Duncan made about the organization. Dutch Minister of Home Affairs and Kingdom Relations Ronald Plasterk told the second chamber of the Dutch Parliament on Tuesday. Plasterk referred to Duncan's remarks during last week's handling of St. Martin's 2013 draft budget as unwise and said that the Netherlands would ignore them and continue the Coast Guard's operation. I take the minister's statements with a big scoop of salt. The minister was called to Parliament to answer questions by member of the second chamber, André Bosman of the Liberal Democratic VVD party during Tuesday's weekly verbal question hour. Bosman said Duncan willfully gave the Coast Guard a bad name by accusing them of neglecting their responsibility to save and arrest the 33 people that were on the fishing boat. This minister does everything to damage the Coast Guard's reputation and to make its functioning impossible, he said. That is not up to St. Martin's Justice Minister to decide. The Coast Guard will continue its operations whatever happens between the ears of the Minister of Justice. The Coast Guard is not only important for St. Martin, it is about protection of the entire region, including St. Eustatius and Saba. It is a crucial function. People can say unwise things in rhetoric. We neglect that, we keep on going, said Plasterk. The minister pointed out that the Netherlands paid the biggest chunk of the Coast Guard's operation, 35 million euros. St. Martin contributes 680,000 euros. Though a few months late, St. Martin did pay its contribution for 2012. In international news, campaigners call for ban on killer robots. Machines with the ability to attack targets without any human intervention must be banned before they are developed for use on the battlefield, campaigners against killer robots urged on Tuesday. The weapons, which could be ready for use within the next 20 years, would breach a moral and ethical boundary that should never be crossed, said Nobel laureate Jody Williams of the Campaign to Stop Killer Robots. If war is reduced to weapons attacking without human beings in control, it is going to be civilians who are going to bear the brunt of warfare, said Williams, who won the 1997 Peace Prize for her work on banning landmines. Weapons such as remotely piloted drones are already used by some armed forces, and companies are working on developing systems with a greater level of autonomy in flight and operation. We already have a certain amount of autonomy, said Noel Sharkey, professor of artificial intelligence and robotics at the University of Sheffield. I think we are already there. If you asked me to go and make an autonomous killer robot today, I could do it. I could have you one here in a few days, he told reporters. But the technology is a long way off being able to distinguish between a soldier and a civilian. The idea of a robot being asked to exercise human judgment seems ridiculous to me, Sharkey told Reuters. The whole idea of robots in the battlefield muddies the waters of accountability from my perspective as a robotist, he said. The British government has always said it has no intention of developing such technology. But the organizers of the campaign to stop killer robots say Britain's rejection of fully autonomous weapons is not yet watertight. Rapid advancements in technology have allowed countries such as the United States, China, Russia, Israel, and Germany to move towards systems that will soon give full combat autonomy to machines, according to a report by Human Rights Watch. Coming up next, after the break, your 3-day weather report for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. Details on local weather condition right after this.
CT Creativity, known to many as CTC, has gone global. CTC TV and CTC Radio can be viewed and heard from any part of the world. Just visit www.ctcreativity.com and go to CTC TV to watch live or CTC Radio to listen live. Get more involved by interacting with your TV and radio hosts with live chat rooms. You can also view the latest trending videos, CTC News, take part in polls, vote for the top songs or videos, and much more. www.ctcreativity.com. www.ctcreativity.com. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Wynwood Island Bank, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Welcome back. And now for your 3-day weather forecast, we begin on Statia and Saba. Tonight, Wednesday, April 24th, scattered showers with temperatures of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with winds east at 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, April 25th, scattered showers with temperatures of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with winds east at 14 miles per hour. On Friday, April 26th, scattered thunderstorms with temperatures of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 60% chances of rain with the winds east at 15 miles per hour. For the weather conditions on St. Martin, tonight, Wednesday, April 24th, scattered showers with temperatures of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with winds east-southeast at 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, April 25th, scattered showers with temperatures of 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with winds east-southeast at 10 miles per hour. On Friday, April 26th, scattered showers with temperatures of 83 degrees Fahrenheit, 50% chances of rain with the winds east-southeast at 10 miles per hour. And now for a notice for our televiewers and radio listeners. Your weekly late night show, Late Night with Lyrics, with your host Renee Coutard, has been canceled for this evening and will resume again on May 8th, which is 2 weeks from this evening. So that is Wednesday, May 8th. Late Night with Lyrics has been canceled until that time. There you have it, folks, another live edition of CTC News. Make sure and stay tuned to CTC TV Channel 7 or CTC Radio 101.9. CTC News airs again live on Friday, bringing you the latest updates about what's making the news. Thanks again for tuning in, and until next time, do have a good one.